Hey everyone, and welcome to today's deep dive.
Right.
We're going to be going deep into the daily news update for February 23rd, 2025.
That's right.
We're really excited to kind of break down these stories and go beyond the headlines.
Yeah.
What's the context behind this? What does
Okay.
it mean for you?
Yeah, and how are these things all connected?
Exactly. Yeah, so let's jump right in. The first story that caught our attention is the immigration protests happening across the country.
Hmm.
And obviously, this is a big deal. Operation Safeguard has been delayed because of the controversy surrounding it.
Yeah, it's a really complex issue, and it's not just about uh, border security. It's about family separations, the treatment of asylum seekers, and for many people, a perceived lack of due process and deportations.
Yeah, and it's interesting when you look back at history,
Hmm.
every major wave of immigration that the U.S. has experienced has always been accompanied by
These
these
challenges.
challenges and these questions, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a recurring theme throughout American history.
Right, and so this is something that's, it's happening on a national level,
Yeah.
but we're seeing it play out right here in Charleston with these protests. Uh,
Yeah, and the protests in Charleston are really a microcosm of what's happening nationwide.
yeah,
It's grassroots activism people are really demanding more humane and equitable immigration policies.
right, and it makes you think, like, how is this going to shape, immigration policy going forward? How are these
Right.
protests and the delay of Operation Safeguard going to impact policy?
It's definitely a turning point, and it'll be interesting to see how lawmakers respond to the pressure from both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's move from the streets to the stock market. Now, we saw United Health Group stock take a dip after a Justice Department investigation.
Yeah.
But then on a brighter note, we saw Alibaba's stock soar thanks to an investment from Ryan Cohen.
That's right.
Ryan Cohen is someone who a lot of people might remember from his involvement in the GameStop stock surge a few years back.
Exactly. He's a major player, and his decisions can really move the market.
Absolutely. And so this is really interesting because it shows kind of the two sides of the coin, right?
Hmm.
You have on one hand government scrutiny impacting a company's value.
Right. The Justice Department investigation with United Health.
Exactly. And then you have this individual investor like Cohen who can actually boost market confidence.
Yeah, just by putting his money in it, essentially.
Exactly. It really makes you think about how these forces, whether it's government regulation or the actions of individual investors, how these forces can really affect your own investments.
Absolutely. And it highlights the importance of staying informed,
Right.
understanding market fluctuations,
Huh?
whether you're, risk averse or seeking high growth potential.
Right. Are you comfortable with risk?
Exactly. You have
Yeah.
to assess your own risk tolerance and make informed decisions.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of market movers and interesting developments,
Mm.
we have to talk about this news. Elon Musk's DOGE department is going to be inspecting the gold reserves at Fort Knox,
Yeah.
at the direction of the former president.
It's a bizarre story. And, the DOGE department itself is kind of shrouded in mystery.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is it exactly? It seems to be a mix of technology, some financial oversight.
Right.
But the name DOGE itself.
The name is interesting.
It's a meme, right? It's connected to cryptocurrency. And
Right. Like you don't usually see,
it's not what you expect.
yeah, you don't usually see memes and internet humor mixed with like government operations.
Not typically, no.
So it's definitely an interesting development and makes you wonder why now.
Exactly. Like, what's the motivation behind this inspection?
Right. Is it about transparency or a show of power or what's going on here?
It's hard to say, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Absolutely. Now, on a more serious note, we have to address the tragic shooting at UPMC Memorial Hospital.
Yeah, this is a heartbreaking event.
It is. And, it's a reminder of how vulnerable we are,
Mm-hmm.
even in places where we expect to be safe. And it really brings to the forefront, these conversations that we keep having about gun control and mental health resources.
And hospital security, too.
And hospital security, absolutely. Like, how can we make these spaces safer?
Right, because this isn't an isolated incident, unfortunately.
It's not a pattern.
Yeah, and it forces us to confront some really difficult questions about how we address these issues as a society.
Absolutely. But, on a more positive note, we did want to share some good news.
Okay.
The 2025 Winter Cup just wrapped up.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was incredible. I mean, some amazing performances.
That's fantastic.
And, Sam Altman welcomed a baby boy into the world.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to him.
Yes. And, it's a nice reminder that amidst all the chaos and all the negativity,
Mm-hmm.
life goes on. There's still joy. There's still celebration.
It's a testament to the human spirit, our
Yeah,
ability to find moments of happiness even in challenging times.
absolutely. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from immigration protests to market fluctuations.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
From personal tragedies to triumphs, it's a whirlwind of news and information.
It is.
And it makes you think, like, what's going to have a lasting impact?
Right. Which of these stories will we still be talking about in 5 years, in 10 years?
Right.
It's impossible to say for sure, but it's up to us to stay informed, to engage in thoughtful conversations, and to consider how these events, big and small, shape our lives and the world around us.
You got it. So that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you then.